award-winning product that has arrived for the very first time here at TVSN, and in as little as 18 months has now landed itself in 12 countries, won awards, been on Shark Tank. Yes, I'm talking about the Heg. We're getting rid of the Peg and we're replacing it with the Heg because this is going to mean... But I didn't think the Peg could be improved. I thought the Peg was a Peg, and which is why no one's played around with it for a million years.
Yeah, I know. It's been a couple of hundred years and it's gone from wood to plastic or plastic to wood, and that's about it. So we've actually changed it and we've reinvented it and re-innovated it, which is exciting. Now,
you had success on the Shark Tank.
Yes.
You have won the Good Design Award against everyone in the world.
Yes, the International Good Design Awards, yeah, which was very exciting for us. It was an amazing, amazing night to be showcased in Australian as well.
Let's show them why this is not a Peg.
Sure. I guess the best place to start is at the beginning. This was the black dress of my wife's, and I was actually picking it up out of their laundry.
Brand new dress.
Brand new dress, and it had a shimmer on it, and it was a black dress. And I picked it up out of the laundry and I thought to myself, how am I going to hang this without any line marks, without any peg marks, or without any sun marks?
Yes, and you've got the responsibility of the wife's dress here.
That's right, yeah, exactly, yeah. And I'm sitting there thinking exactly that, thinking, how am I going to do this? And I looked up and on the line there was a peg, and I thought if I put a hook on that, I could just hook it up, and that would then eliminate the line marks, the peg marks, and the sun marks. My business pants and my jeans and my shorts, bras, anything you could hook, and that was where the idea formed and started from.
And that's where it started from.
Yes.
But then what you realised from this is not everything needs the hook. So you thought, well, let's also go on and reinvent the traditional function of a peg as well.
That's correct,
right.
Yeah.
Trumps all over a traditional peg.
I'll let you hold that and I'll explain what they are. We have, starting from the top, we have the kick-off feature, which stops your thumb coming off the edge.
This one.
We have the wide ergonomic grip, both for blokes as well, let's face it. At the end of the day, a nice solid peg is good to have on the line. We have, and for arthritis people, strong, durable Heg, stainless steel. What we did was we moved the hinge higher, which then allowed an opening up to 22 mil.
Oh, right.
What happens then, it just makes it nice and easy for you to go over those heavy duty towels and lock them in. Especially, like, think of your woolly socks. There's a couple of woolly socks. Putting them over, nice and easy. You just can't do that with the standard pegs.
Well, I'm thinking the gents who have got all the workman pants.
Correct.
I mean, they can't normally get the hooks over them. Those who had the heavy towels, and I know that I don't want to double it over.
Yes.
I want just a little bit.
Yes.
So then it's too heavy.
That's it.
It pulls off the line.
Yeah.
And hubby does all the wetsuits and all those heavy things. This has got the durability and the width.
Correct.
To be able to get over those fabrics.
Yeah, that was a big key, because if you notice, all pegs on the market, none of them have that 22 mil opening.
They only open about this far.
That's correct.
Most people, as you said, would normally put them on. I say, oh, don't worry about it, you put it on a hanger.
That's right. This was a big question that came to us. They said, oh, we put it on a hanger. And I went, yeah, but when you put it on a hanger, you're actually hanging it that way. And you can see what's happening with the other clothes behind it. You're touching it. So when you've got wet clothes of a certain colour, you don't want to mark the other ones. Also, you don't get that dryness, which you just mentioned on the jeans a minute ago, because you're touching something, which means the wind flow is not happening there. So what we've done is simply...
And you're wasting space.
And you're wasting space.
Yeah.
So simply by putting it in there, you're vertically aligned, you've made a parallel system, and you've got the air flow through.
Look at that. I know, because the other thing as well, I don't know about your...
What we have is what we like to call a windlock feature. And the windlock feature actually wraps back around and touches the frame. If you notice, the actual hook comes back around and touches the frame.
Oh, I see. So what you're talking about is the fact it's looped here.
Correct.
And then it kisses back in.
That's exactly what it does, yeah. So when it's on the garment, it doesn't come back out. That's the idea behind it. You need a strong wind to pull it back out.
So the wind would have to go forward and then up and over.
That's exactly right. Yep, correct.
So now I've got my clothes securely fastened on those beautiful windy days when I don't need the dryer, want to take advantage of it.
Yes.
I don't have to be scared that I'll be picking up clothes
That's correct. You need the strength of yourself to be able to bring it out, and that's the idea behind it.
Absolutely brilliant. Look at this. We've got a little bit of footage here. This is going crazy. Windy days does not matter. It doesn't even matter if you've not even fastened it. They're on the hooks. Now, this rings true, though, also if we are fastening it with the actual hook. It doesn't, I mean, the function of the peg.
Yes.
They're not going to fall off either?
No, correct. I'll bring you around to this feature, and this is a great example of what it does. This is called the lockout feature, and what we've done is when you hang your garments up, they end up like that. When you push it aside, because we have in the actual Heg, the primary line hold is slightly bigger than a regular line.
Right here.
Yeah, and it actually brings it out, and when it comes to a certain point, the tension takes over.
Right.
And then it ends up where you don't have to iron your clothes either, because you get that nice straight...
Okay, so let me backtrack here.
Yes.
You've managed to save myself room.
Yes.
stop things from falling on the ground.
Correct.
You've managed to give me UV protection.
Yes.
You've managed to mean that I can hook things so I don't no longer have marks. And now you're giving me tension control for less ironing as well.
Absolutely, and the best part
Your
about
wife
this...
must love you.